October is here. I'm so excited. It's October. I'm in my garden today and I want to talk about fall projects, DIYs, cool season flowers, and things that I've been working on this past week and doing this past week to get my garden and just things around my yard or house ready for fall. Today I want to talk about, like I said, cool season flowers, some DIYs that I've done or that I'm working on and might continue to work on, and things that I've been buying or just doing some DIY stuff at home to get my yard or my garden or just a couple things around my house ready for fall, because it's October. It's my favorite month of the year. I love fall. I mean, I love summer too, because the garden is just like bursting with color in summer, but it's nice when it starts to cool off and you can, go outside and it's not so miserably hot. Okay, so the first thing I want to share is last week I have these pumpkins that I've had for years, probably I don't know, 8 years. These like big pumpkins, you probably saw it on the thumbnail. Anyway, I painted those. They had faded really bad in the sun because I typically put them in the front of my house. So anyway, my husband suggested I get some spray paint. So I was concerned I would not be able to find a good color, like a good color spray paint. But anyway, I did find one that at first it seemed like it was gonna be a lot darker. I just didn't want it to be like bright. Like, I mean, this color was fine, but I didn't want it to be like super bright, like traffic cone orange. So anyway, we found a pretty good color match that because the front was faded, the back was fine. But anyway, I ended up spray painting the whole thing. So I took some painter's tape and taped around the inside of the eyes, and that took longer than the whole project. And then I sprayed the whole pumpkin, set it out in the sun, and they look so much better. So I'm excited I can just extend the life of those that fall or Halloween decor a little bit longer. I don't have to go buy anything new. So that's the first thing. Some other things that I've been doing, like I went to the garden center last weekend and this weekend, but last weekend I bought some more cool season flowers. I've never planted, let's see, I believe they are, I'll insert little clips of what it is. I think it's violas. I've never planted those at all. Never planted from seed, never bought any. So I bought some of those. I'll show you. They're planted here behind me, and I bought a little 6-pack. That way they didn't do well, or I couldn't find a good spot for them. That was $5. So I planted those and they've done really well. Another exciting thing, my husband and my son surprised me, and they started working on a potting bench. So a potting bench made from pallets, and he's been working on it. I've been helping a little bit throughout the week, but he made that, and so we're trying to get that finished. I think I have a little clip of it that I can share, and then I'm going to continue to work on the potting bench throughout the month of October. We need to finish sanding it, adding a shelf, and then I think I'm going to stain it because I like the wood color. Well, some of the other things I did was I got some pumpkins. You can see them right here, but I'll show you a photo. I got the 2 bigger pumpkins at the grocery store. Those were 2 for $5. The small pumpkins I got at the garden center. I think those were $1 each or $1.50 each. So nothing, just small little things. I'm just trying to add. I don't think I will probably leave those pumpkins sitting out here. Because this corner right here gets shade. It gets sun and shade. I don't want them sitting out in the hot sun, because I am in zone 8B and it's still hot during the day. I don't want them to rot. But typically if they stay in the shade, those pumpkins will probably last all the way through maybe the end of November. And then the small ones, I think I'm going to leave the pumpkins sitting on top of just a piece of wood. And then the little ones, I'll probably move those. Oh, I went to the garden center. Like I said, I went to the garden center again. I went yesterday. I typically do not buy a lot of starts, like plants that have already been started. I typically start everything from seed. But I am still learning how to extend the garden in the cool season, because I live in a very hot zone. yeah, so anyway, back to the garden center. I went to the garden center and I bought, let's see, let me show you these. So these are the Snapdragons I bought. So today I'm going to plant some of these. They are, wait, I don't have the tag on that one. That one fell off. Anyway, I stuck the tag in the wrong one, so it'll be a surprise. So I have 3 of these 6-packs. This one is Speedy Sonnet Bronze. So if you can see that, I'm going to plant some of those. Now I don't know which one this is. Of course. This one is Double Shot Mix. So if you can see that. Well, one of these is this, I don't know. This one is Sonnet Mix. So all of these say 18 to 22 or 18 to 20 inches, sun to part shade. So back to what I was saying, I plan to plant those Snapdragons just kind of here on this cooler side. I thought about planting a couple here, over here as a test, but I may, I'm going to plant some of them here, some of them here. I may plant a few over here. I'm not really sure. Or I'm going to wait until next week or the next week and go buy some to plant over here because it will have cooled off a little bit more by then. I feel like they are going to burn up over here. I really don't know. The last thing I got was these Dianthus. I'm going to plant these in 2 containers back here. There's 6. They're very pretty. Let me see what it says. Cornet Salmon Red Eye. So those are really pretty. I got this little bucket at Home Depot. I have a little bucket like this that's just plain for, my husband had it for just, I don't know, whatever. But I was borrowing or taking that one. I found this at Home Depot yesterday. It was $3, $2.99. And this is what when I go around the garden, and I use it to put my weeds, like pull weeds, put them in here. So my other plans for October are just to continue to maybe add a few more cool season annuals to my flower beds, clean up the garden. My dahlias have a lot of powdery mildew on them. I've been pulling the leaves off, leaving the flowers, leaving the Mexican sunflowers alone. I have 2 or 3 new ones back here. I have 3 new ones over here that are going to kind of replace the ones that are dying out. But the butterflies and the hummingbirds and the bees are still everywhere. So I'm leaving the old ones up. They don't look great. They're very dried out at the bottom. But I saw a hummingbird just traveling around one yesterday, so I have to leave them alone for a while until I just can't take how bad they look anymore. So I'm going to get up and just walk around and show you a few things in the garden, how things are looking, what's not looking great. I'll just make it quick. Mostly the stuff that's looking good. I won't focus super heavy on the other side. Also, I found this little, oh, there's a slug. I found this cute little sprinkler at Walmart yesterday. They had like a clearance section, and my grass in my backyard is just very dry. It has not been raining very much, so I got this, and I will show like a little clip of that. How cute this is. It just kind of sprays out in a circle around the yard and waters the grass. So I don't typically water my grass. My lawn, our front is too large to do that, but the backyard is smaller, so I can manage to like water it to kind of keep it from being so dried out, and it will go dormant if I don't. So anyway, got that. So here is the potting bench. Just walk over here real quick. It's looking good. So we started sanding this part. Just show you real quick the other side of the garden. Mexican sunflowers, super tall. These are the old ones. There's a couple new ones right there. There's a butterfly over there. So, and my dahlias, like I said, there's a bee. the bees are all over them. So they're leaning. A lot of them have powdery mildew, so I'm not really sure if I can save the seeds. Sometimes people say they do not save seeds when you have powdery mildew, but if I can catch them, cut them off, let them dry, maybe. So okay, so right here I've got the little pumpkins that I was saying that I got from the store, grocery store, and then these were from the garden center. These little violas right here is where I'm going to plant the Snapdragons. I already dug some little holes with the bulb, like a little bulb tool, and then I put some more right here. I covered this up because I have cats in the neighborhood who like to come use my garden for a litter box. So okay, so for right now, I have 3 right here. I have this little cage thing around it. That was when I had spinach in here that I did not have any. I didn't have good luck germinating. I think it was too hot. Anyway, there's 3 more right here, 3 here, and then I put 3 back here, which this gets a lot more sun. So I do not know. I don't really know right now if I want to put how many I want to put. I may just put 3 there for today, see how they do in the next couple of days, and then decide what to do with the rest. So this is just the garden from the other end. I have the 2 beds down there. If you haven't watched before, got a lot of zinnias right here that I planted probably August. Planted these Johnny seeds, Aurora blend, and then we'll see how these Snapdragons do in this cooler area. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this end. This is the other side of my garden, which I already showed you. So I think that is all for today. I didn't really have as much that I wanted to actually do. I just wanted to mostly talk about what I've been doing, and just plant those Snapdragons today. I'm going to get some soil and kind of fill in around those. And I probably will plant these Dianthus later on in the afternoon. But anyway, thank you for watching. I'm excited it's October. So I may just continue to do what I did this week a little bit in October. Just keep clips of what I'm doing during the week, and then like share those, at the end of the week. Because like I said, I come out here every day and do something, pull weeds, or plant 1 or 2 little things. And like I said, I'm trying to get the garden kind of like in the mood for fall. It's hot here, so we're not going to have leaves or anything like that for a while, so I can add some little things into the garden that make it feel like fall, or colors that make it feel like fall, while we're waiting for the temperatures to actually cool down. So anyway, thank you for watching, and see you next time.